The Tarraco is the biggest SUV in the lineup, with a length of 4.73 m or 186 inches. It is a sibling to the VW Tiguan Allspace and the Skoda Kodiaq, and it is built at the Volkswagen main plant in Wolfsburg, Germany. However, the design is somewhat distinct and the sportiest of the three siblings. You can even get 20-inch wheels. The interior of the Tarraco is indeed very spacious, not only compared to the other Seat SUVs, but also in this whole mid-size SUV segment. It features optional fabric Alcantara seats. The top infotainment spec consists of 10.25-inch digital instruments and a somewhat attached 8-inch touchscreen with their latest software. All Seat vehicles offer Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration meanwhile. The most special things about the Tarraco are the abundance of rear legroom and the possibility of a third seating row. You can easily fit 5 tall adults in this car, however the third seating row is rather for smaller people or kids. Sadly, there's no ISOFIX in the last seating row. The boot volume varies from 760 to 1920 liters for the 5-seater variant. Engines are 2-liter TDI, 2-liter TSI turbo petrol or 1.5-liter TSI for the Tarraco. The base price of the Seat Tarraco is about 30,000 euros in Germany. With 4.36 m or 172 inches, the Seat Ateca is 37 cm or 14 inches shorter than the Tarraco. What makes a significant difference in finding a parking spot in the city or not. You can imagine that the shorter wheelbase will also have a more agile driving experience. The Seat Ateca is built at Skoda in the Czech Republic and is indeed positioned in the middle. It's a good all-rounder vehicle, not too big, not too small. Same as with the Tarraco, you can get full LED headlamps for the Ateca. This car also introduced the interesting turning indicator, which then flashes instead of the LED daytime running light. 19-inch wheels are maximum. In the interior of the Ateca you can have several fabric and Alcantara seats, and there's also a lot of soft touch materials. You can also get digital instruments meanwhile, and the biggest screen is also at 8-inch, but looks smaller than in the Tarraco because it is very well integrated in the dashboard. However, you don't get the latest software version like in the Tarraco. Still, GPS and smartphone integration are just fine. The biggest screen is standard for all the high trim levels. Also in the Ateca you can easily sit with tall adults on all available seats, just that you don't have any spare legroom left then. You cannot move the rear bench forward or backwards, unlike in Tarraco, Kodiaq or Tiguan. The boot volume is at 510 liters to 1605 liters, which is, you might remember, about 300 liters less than in the Tarraco. So the big difference from Tarraco to Ateca is that you have a little less legroom here, definitely a shorter trunk and no 7-seater possibility, but you can have a shorter, more agile car. Oh, and talking about agility, the unique selling point of the Ateca is also that this one is available as Cupra Ateca, giving you 300 horsepower from a 2-liter turbo petrol engine. Tarraco and Arona you can only get as a sporty design trim called FR, then pick the strongest engine available from the normal lineup. The other Seat Ateca engines are the 2-liter TSI with lower horsepower specs, the 1.5-liter TSI and the 3-cylinder 1-liter TSI. As diesel you get the 2-liter TDI or the 1.6-liter TDI. Base price of the Seat Ateca is 21,000 euros in Germany, that's 9,000 euros less than the Tarraco and 22,000 pounds in the UK. Well, all Seat SUVs have their Spanish names, their Spanish development and their Spanish design, but only the smallest one, the Seat Arona, is a true Spaniard. That one is built at Seat HQ plant in Martorell near Barcelona, being on the same platform as the Seat Ibiza. With 4.14 m or 163 inches, the Arona is 22 cm or 9 inches shorter than the Seat Ateca. It is thought to be a city SUV and an alternative to a normal small car, where you can just sit it a little higher and you can get in and out more comfortably. For example, you sit 5 cm higher than in the Ibiza. You can also get full LED lights for the Arona, color combinations together with a contrasting roof color, and the biggest wheel size is 18-inch. The interior is more simple than those of the bigger siblings, like more hard-packed plastics at the ends of the door, but you also pay less money for it. You do sit more upright than in normal small cars, but you do not get the true SUV feeling that you already get in the Seat Ateca. However, you almost make it to any parking spot in the city with that short length. Also, the smallest SUV at Seat offers digital instruments as an option and a big 8-inch screen. Surprisingly, you can still sit with tall adults in the rear of the Seat Arona. Both works as for the legroom and the headroom. It's just that the boot volume is 400 liters to 1280 liters. That's 100 and 300 liters less each than the Ateca, and definitely way shorter in length. Engines are a 1.6 liter TDI, a 1.5 liter TSI and the small 1 liter TSI. Very interesting that the Arona also offers TGI, meaning a CNG drivetrain for natural gas. Base price of the Seat Arona is 16,000 euros in Germany, that's 5,000 euros less than the Ateca, and 17,000 pounds in the UK.